Battle for Bursa, the siege that forged the Ottoman Empire. What if I told you the greatest empire in Islamic history didn't begin with a thunderous battle, but with a slow, stubborn siege, a dying wish, and a son who turned patience into power? How did a small principality in Anatolia outwit the mighty Byzantines without spilling a drop of blood inside the city walls? Why did Osman Gazi choose starvation over swords? And what secret did he whisper to his son before his final breath? And if you're a fan of Kuruluş Osman, trust me, this is the season that could break your heart and blow your mind. So grab your coffee, your curiosity, and maybe a tissue, because this is the siege that changed everything. Picture northwestern Anatolia in the early 14th century, a patchwork of Byzantine cities, fading empires, and ambitious warlords. Among them was Osman Gazi, a man with a mustache so regal it could command troops on its own. He wasn't born into power. He carved it out with sword, strategy, and a knack for turning villages into loyal strongholds. Osman's principality was small but growing like a teenager on a kebab diet, and looming over his ambitions was Bursa, a Byzantine jewel nestled on the slopes of Mount Uludağ, glittering with trade, wealth, and walls so thick they'd make a battering ram cry. Bursa wasn't just a city, it was the city. It controlled trade routes like a toll booth on a gold highway. Silk, spices, and silver passed through its gates. Its fortifications were legendary, and its defenders were no pushovers. Think Byzantine veterans with crossbows and bad tempers. To Osman, capturing Bursa meant more than bragging rights. It meant access to wealth and trade, a strategic base for further expansion, a symbolic blow to Byzantine prestige. But Osman was no fool. He knew charging at Bursa's walls was like trying to headbutt a mountain. So he chose a different path, one paved with patience. Around 1317, Osman Gazi began what might be the slowest invasion in medieval history. No dramatic cavalry charges, no flaming catapults, just a siege so methodical it could have been designed by a bureaucrat. Here's how he did it. Supply lines? Snipped. Osman's forces cut off Bursa's access to food, trade, and reinforcements. The city was slowly starved like a forgotten cheese wheel. Fortresses? Built. He constructed strongholds around Bursa like chess pieces, tightening the noose. Villages recruited. The surrounding countryside began to flip loyalties like pancakes. Farmers, merchants, even minor lords joined the Ottoman cause. Byzantine help? Blocked. Bursa was isolated from its imperial cousins. No cavalry, no aid, just silence. This wasn't war, it was siege therapy, and it worked. Slowly. But fate, ever dramatic, had other plans. Around 1323 or 1324, Osman Gazi passed away, likely from illness, exhaustion, or sheer frustration at those stubborn walls. He never saw Bursa fall. Yet on his deathbed, he gave his son, Orhan Gazi, a final command that would echo through history. My son, make Bursa your capital. No pressure, right? Orhan Gazi inherited not just a siege, but a legacy. And he was no slouch. He continued the strategy of starvation and isolation, but added a twist: diplomacy. While the defenders Bursa were chewing on shoe leather, Orhan offered terms. He negotiated with local leaders, promised fair treatment, and slowly wore down resistance not just with swords, but with words. Eventually, the city surrendered. No dramatic breach, no rivers of blood, just a quiet, exhausted capitulation. And thus, Bursa became the first capital of the Ottoman Empire. Now pause for a sec. Join the front lines of history and power. We are a community. Go to the comment section, drop a comment on your favorite scene of this story. Also, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to never miss a moment of the action. European battle, where legends clash. Support our channel while you shop. Looking for great deals, unique finds, or just browsing for your next favorite product? We've partnered with Amazon to bring you a curated selection of items, from tech gadgets to home essentials and everything in between. Click the link in our description to explore a wide variety of products. Every time you shop through our link, you're not just getting what you love. You're helping support our channel and fuel more epic content like this. So go ahead, treat yourself and help us keep the stories flowing. Thank you for being part of our journey. After nearly 9 years of siege, yes, 9 years, which is longer than most medieval marriages, the Byzantine commander of Bursa finally waved the white flag. Not because he ran out of arrows, but because he ran out of food, hope, and probably patience. The city had been starved, surrounded, and serenaded by Ottoman persistence. But here's the twist. No bloodbath followed. No dramatic storming of gates, no flaming trebuchets. The Ottomans walked in like polite guests at a dinner party, albeit one where the host hadn't eaten in weeks. With his father, Osman Gazi, having passed away just before the final surrender, talk about dramatic timing, Orhan Gazi stepped up like a true heir of destiny. He didn't just take the city, he fulfilled a dying wish. My son, make Bursa your capital. And Orhan did exactly that. He didn't just move in, he transformed it. Bursa became the first capital of the Ottoman state, and it wasn't just a political move. It was a statement, a declaration, a mic drop in the middle of Anatolia. Once under Ottoman control, Bursa blossomed like a tulip in spring. It became a center of Islamic learning, with scholars, poets, and philosophers flocking to its madrasas. A hub of trade, where silk whispered through the markets and merchants haggled like opera singers. A gem of architecture, with mosques, baths, and caravanserais rising like dreams carved in stone. The city went from starving to stunning in record time, and all because one man honored his father's vision. Now, if producer Mehmet Bozda has any sense of drama, and let's be honest, he absolutely does, then Season 7 of Kuruluş Osman should be the season. The Siege of Bursa isn't just a subplot, it's the emotional and historical backbone of the entire Ottoman origin story. Imagine the scenes. Osman Gazi on his deathbed, whispering his final wish. Orhan Gazi standing before the gates of Bursa, determined and grieving. The Byzantine commander surrendering with dignity. The Ottomans entering the city not as conquerors, but as founders. If Bozda nails this, fans will cry, cheer, and possibly name their cats Orhan. Let's be clear. The conquest of Bursa wasn't just the fall of a city, it was the birth of an empire. From Osman's dream to Orhan's execution, this moment cracked open the door to 6 centuries of Ottoman rule. It's the kind of story that reminds you empires aren't built in a day, but they are built on vision, patience, and a really well-timed siege. Next up, the Battle of Pelekanon. Oh, you thought the drama ended here? Think again. The Battle of Pelekanon is next, where Orhan Gazi faces the Byzantine emperor himself. Spoiler alert, it's not a tea party. Don't miss a moment. If you love history with heart, strategy with soul, and empires with edge, then follow us, subscribe, click that notification bell, so you never miss a drop of intrigue, drama, and Ottoman glory. Trust me, eccentric, the story's just getting started.